Hello and welcome to Bookish. Today I want to do another video in my series about that I'm just calling Book Love, which is really about things I love about books other than the actual text of the books or reading the books or what the books say. And a lot of times this has to do with the physical nature of the books. So the first time it was books as objects. That was the book love thing I did the first time, and that was really a lot about size and the way the books felt in your hand. This one I'm going to call Book Love Beautiful Pages, and I probably don't have a book in my collection of books that has more kind of just beautiful pages in it and kind of unusual artwork in it than this book called Gould's Book of Fish by Richard Flanagan. Richard Flanagan is an Australian novelist, and I believe at some point after this book he won the Man Booker Prize. But essentially, the book involves prisoners on island of Tasmania when Tasmania was a prison colony. This book has a really beautiful dust jacket with lots of pictures of fish, which, by the way, come from the actual Book of Fish that William Gould created while he was imprisoned on the island of Tasmania. It has really beautiful kind of end papers, which remind me of the ocean, or maybe looking down through the water at the ocean floor and the coral, the rocks on the bottom of the ocean. But the great thing about the books, as you may have picked up on already if you've been looking at it, are all these cool pictures of fish. The book also uses a lot of different colors for the actual text, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. But essentially, throughout the book, you'll find these really stunning reproductions of William Gould's actual pictures from his, I hit the camera, from actual pictures from his Book of Fish. And as a matter of fact, each chapter starts off with a picture of a fish, in this case, the pot-bellied seahorse. So I think there are 12 chapters in the book, so there are 12 individual pictures of fish within the body of the book. Here's another one. They're each given their own separate page for the reproduction, and I hope you can see in the camera how brilliant the colors are there. This one is the Kelpie. Also, and here's where you begin to notice, when you read the book, the text in this chapter is a different color than the text in the first chapter. The book tells the story of a man who was imprisoned essentially in a cage, and that cage flooded twice a day, and this is how he became so familiar with fish. They swam in and out of the cage he was imprisoned in there on the island of Tasmania. He didn't have a lot of supplies to draw his fish or to write his journal, and so he used the fish themselves, the blood, any kind of pigment he could make from them, to write his journal and to make his pictures of fish. And so that's why the color of the text changes. So that was the Kelpie. The next one is the porcupine fish, and here's the picture of the porcupine fish in the book. And you can also notice a slightly different color, more back to black here for this color of the text here. And then we have the stargazer fish, another beautiful fish picture, and the text turns to purple, the leather jacket, and it just goes on like that. And while the text of the book and the story in the book, here the text is green because the picture is of a serpent heel, while the story itself and the book itself is difficult, and I can't say that I fully enjoyed reading it, even though there were moments in the book which are just absolutely beautiful and brilliant. What I really like about the book now is how beautiful the book is. Another picture here. This is the sawtooth shark. Another picture. This is the striped cowfish, and I believe our text is back to purple. Another fish. And our text says purple. This is the crested weedfish. And I believe this is the last one. That's the freshwater crawfish, or excuse me, the freshwater crayfish. And we have that kind of brown-red text again. And here at the end, I believe, is the silver dory. I really like this book for its physical beauty. I keep saying it's the last one, and then there's one more. Apparently, I didn't count. So then again, we have the weedy sea dragon and his brilliant red colors. Anyway, like I said, I really like this book, and this is one of those I just love books. Sometimes not for what the book itself says, but for what the book is itself as an object. And this would be an example of a book I love just for the beautiful pages. And while I've never reread this book, I have gone through and opened the book several times just to look at the beautiful different colored inks and the incredible pictures of fish that it includes, which may seem strange, but you know, us book people can be a little bit strange. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you've ever read anything else by Richard Flanagan, or if you've ever read this book, Gould's Book of Fish. Thank you for watching.